guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you my May fairy loot box. So like I told you guys before, because of the coronavirus, they haven't really been sending it super duper regularly. Like shipping has gotten a little bit delayed. So I should be getting 3 boxes this month. You should have seen the April one, I think, around a couple weeks ago, maybe last week. So I just got this one today and I'm super excited to open it. So the first thing that comes is the spoiler card. This month's theme is Desert Dreams. It's super cute. It has like an Aladdin sort of feel to it. And then I have this tin. It says, "We hunt the flames, the light and the darkness, the good this world deserves," by Hafsa Faisal. And this is kind of like a cookie tin. I might be completely wrong. Ooh. I actually think this is probably a tea tin. I actually don't drink tea, I hate it, but I think this would be super duper cute for my sister, so I'll probably give that to her. Okay, so this isn't particularly for tea, but I guess you could just put anything in it, but it looks like a tea tin, so I will be giving this to my sister. Next thing I see is a wooden spoon. This is just super duper cute for cooking. It says, "There's no such thing as just story," by Alwyn Hamilton. And this spoon is from, it features a quote from Hero of the Fallen. I have not read that, but I actually don't really like the texture of this spoon. It doesn't feel as like varnished as it could. Like it kind of has like a still sort of texture feel. I'm not sure if it's because it has like if it hasn't been sanded down enough, but maybe if I wash it, it'll get rid of that like gritty feel. But this is all right. It's definitely useful. Like it's very practical. And then we have this tea towel, and it says, "Often the mightiest things have the humblest beginnings," by S.A. Chakraborty. Yeah, Chakraborty. You can see this is just a tea towel, so that's kind of cool. There's like a very like cooking sort of theme I'm getting. We also have this pouch, and it says, "You can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose who you become because of it. The Forbidden Wish," by Jessica Curry. This is a sunglasses pouch. Also just all right. We have a candle, and it says, "The Tribal Desert, inspired by an ember in the ashes." So, oh, this is really pretty smelling. I'm not sure I can describe it. It's like a sweet smell, like, I don't know, kind of like Victoria's Secret. But yeah, that's what it smells like. It's very sweet. I actually really like this a lot. And then we have, I think this is tea. No, this is bath salts. It says Magic Desert Sand, triple blend luxury bath salts, relaxing and soothing, sandalwood scent. I love baths, so I'm definitely going to be using this pretty soon. It's so cute. They look like, these are like actually like my favorite types of sprinkles, is the one that are like really grainy like this. So that's really, really cool. I don't think I've ever had bath salts that look like this, but sandalwood's a nice scent. So hopefully this will be, yeah, sandalwood's a really nice scent. So I'm sure I'm going to love this. So this month we have the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. These are still inspired from Throne of Glass, and I still don't know who these characters are, so if you guys know, feel free to let me know down in the comments. Fairy Loot doesn't really give descriptions for what these cards mean, so I'm just going to give you a really, really quick rundown on what I found on Google. I'm actually referencing from biddytarot.com, so I'll have that linked down below if you're interested in tarot meanings and whatever, I guess. So the Three of Cups upright represents celebration, friendship, creativity, and collaborations. So this is more when you're going to be involved with like a lot of different people. You're really like with your friends, family, you're really just like uplifting each other, more like group projecty type of stuff. And in the reversed position, this is going to mean independence, alone time, hardcore partying, and that sort of three's a crowd type of phrase. So this is going to be more like maybe you just need a little like break from being around a bunch of other people, or maybe you feel like the outsider looking in. This could also just be a time where you just need to be alone for a little bit, which is totally fine. I think that we don't need to be around people constantly. It's actually probably not healthy. We all need that time to just like step back and have a little breather. We also have the Four of Cups. So upright, this is going to mean meditation, contemplation, apathy, and reevaluation. So this is going to be thinking about like what's really important to you, doing some of that soul searching again, which goes with like reevaluation. And in the reverse, and in the reverse position, this is going to mean retreat, withdrawal, checking in for alignment. So this is going to be more like also kind of like soul searching, but really figuring out what's important to you and what's grounding you in this moment. So these cards actually go together fairly well. I think that I really like how they're grouping them, because I just feel like, I don't know, I feel last time I think it was the 5 and 6. Okay. I really just like how they're grouping them. Last month we had the 5 and 6 of Cups, and I feel like these cards, the groupings, they just really seem to go together very well. I think that they complement each other well, and of course the art is super duper beautiful. I love how they don't make it super duper hard to tell how many cups there are, so I don't have to like constantly be reading the bottom. You can just kind of, I don't know, you can just see it. So that's super duper cool. And now the book. I really love that Fairy Loot puts their books in these like sleeves. It's just so nice because then they don't get like super duper dented in the mail. And these have beautiful like pastel green sprayed edges. Absolutely gorgeous. And this month's book is Girl, Serpent, Thorn, which is super exciting because this was actually on my TBR. Well, this is something, this is super exciting because this is actually something that I've been wanting to pick up, and I'm pretty sure that this cover is, well, the Fairy Loot edition is pink, but I'm pretty sure that the normal one is white, so that's really, really cool. Let's see. They sent me an art print, which is stunning, and on the back is just a letter from the author just saying, I guess thanking the reader. Let's see. So if you can see, this is the Fairy Loot edition where it's pink, and then the normal edition is usually just white. I actually really like the pink one. I think that it goes absolutely beautifully with these green spray edges. It gives a very like spring feel, even though it's summer right now. But this is what it looks like without the dust jacket, and like most Fairy Loots, it's signed. And the inside of the dust jacket also has art print. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Can you see it? I really want to learn how to draw like this. That would be so cool if I could do art for Fairy Loot, or even just for myself. That's something that I definitely have a goal for this year, is to be an artist. And just, I don't know, just try to get better at it. So far, I can draw a fairly decent circle, and that's about it. But that's what I got for my Fairy Loot this month. I think that overall, I wasn't a huge fan of like all the stuff that came in it, but I'm super duper excited for this book. I really, really like the bath salts and the candles. Let me just like quick read you the blurb for it. It says, "There was and there was not. As all stories begin, a princess cursed to be poisonous to the touch. But for Soraya, who has lived her life hidden away from everyone, apart from her family, safe only in her gardens, it's not just a story. As the day of her twin brother's wedding approaches, Soraya must decide if she's willing to step outside of the shadows for the first time. Below in the dungeon is a demon who holds knowledge that she craves, the answer to her freedom. And above is a young man who isn't afraid of her, whose eyes linger not with fear, but with an understanding of who she is beneath the poison. Soraya thought she knew her place in the world, but when her choices lead to consequences she never imagined, she begins to question who she is and who she is becoming, human or demon, princess or monster. So that sounds super duper exciting. The idea of her being poisonous to the touch really reminds me of the Shatter Me series, where the main character Juliet is like, she's not like poisonous, but people just can't touch her because it causes like extreme pain. I also think that being poisonous to people who touch you would have been a much cooler thing for the poisoners in the Four Dark Crowns series. Four Dark Crowns? Three Dark Crowns. The Three Dark Crowns series, since the only thing that the poisoner could do was really just like ingest poisons, and I thought that was really boring because it ended up not really going anywhere. So this would have been definitely a cooler concept, but I'm super excited to read this book, and I will see you soon with my review. See you. Hey guys, so it's me, and I quick wanted to give you my review and like my thoughts on Girl, Serpent, and Thorn. Guys, this book was awful. I really thought that I was going to, I never DNF books because I like hate quitting things. This book, I almost DNF'd it. And that's just because there's like so many things that didn't make sense. So I'm just going to tell you guys, like this is just going to be like my review for it. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, just know I thought that it was awful. But if you guys do want to be spoiled, you know, here we go. Buckle up, kiddos. So the main problem, oh my gosh, nose itches. Okay, so the main problem that I had with this book was, oh my gosh, what's her name? I even forgot her name. That's how much I didn't care. Her name was Soraya. So Soraya is poisonous to the touch. And then we find out like the reason why she's poisonous is because her mom like basically took her to a bunch of those like demon people, and then she's like, no, okay, wait. Like, let me even go back. So what happened was her mom, when she was a little girl, she was like wandering through the woods, and then she meets like the big bad Snake King, and then the Snake King's like, oh my gosh, I freaking hate humans, like, go away. But like, obviously we need to be more intimidating than just say like, go away. So what we did is we said, ooh, if you don't leave, I am going to kidnap your firstborn daughter. I'm gonna marry her. That's right, I'm gonna marry your daughter. You're never gonna see your daughter again because I'm gonna marry that girl. And so then, you know, Soraya's mom's like, oh no, like I don't want my firstborn daughter to get kidnapped and then get married to the Snake King. So she takes her baby to the demon priest people, and then she's like, can you make my daughter poisonous so the Snake King guy can't like kidnap her and marry her? And then they're like, yeah, you know what, we can do that. So that's how Soraya becomes poisonous. And then it turns out the snake demon dude, he didn't even remember that he was supposed to be kidnapping this person. He was like, yeah, that was really just a threat to make your mom go away. Like, I wasn't really going to steal you. He's like, I didn't even remember I was supposed to be stealing anybody. And then everybody started talking, being like, hey, did you know there was this woman who made her daughter poisonous so that the snake demon wouldn't steal and marry her? And he's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that. Which is why she ended up getting stolen and tried to get married. Oh my gosh. It was like the stupidest thing ever. I just like, I can't get over that. And that was like the entire book to me. The love triangle between her, the Snake Demon King, and then the other witch girl with the moth wings. See, this is like how much I didn't care. I don't remember anybody's names. What was his name? So the Snake Demon King's name is Azad, and the moth girl, who is also like a witchy demon, her name is Parvana. Well, anyway, so they're both horrible people. I didn't like the love interest for like either of them because they both freaking lied to her. They both were like freaking using her. And then it was just like kind of a mess. Soraya ends up getting rid of her poison powers eventually. And then she's all like, as soon as she gets rid of it, she's like, oh, like this was my weapon. This was like a part of me. This is who I am. This was my identity. Oh my gosh, I hated it. I'm like, babe, it's not your identity. Like, you don't need to make it your identity. I was so whiny. She was so whiny. Everybody was like bad people. Her brother, don't get me started on her brother. Her Soraya's brother, who was like king of whatever land this is, and he was just like so mean. So mean. Nobody needs to be that mean. I just hated it so much, and I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it or not. I think that if I ever need to like clean out my bookshelf and I'm just like unhauling books that I'm not going to read, I'm probably gonna get rid of this just because I hated it, which is so sad because it's like the most beautiful cover I've ever seen, and I had such high hopes for this. Like, this was definitely an anticipated book for me, but it's just so bad. Really, the only reason I'm keeping it right now is because I think it's so pretty and I love pretty things, but it was awful. It was awful. I don't recommend it at all. Like, I don't recommend it at all. It, like, the whole, like, poison to the touch thing gave me very Shatter Me vibes. I also didn't like Shatter Me, so, like, I guess if you loved Shatter Me, maybe you'll like this, but I hated it. I hated it. Yeah. But those are my thoughts. I feel like this entire fairy loot box is just, like, a huge miss for me. But, you know, like, you win some, you lose some, I guess. But here's to hoping that next month's better. Yep. So that was my review. And if you guys agree with me and you thought that this was just an awful book, let me know down in the comments if you guys think that I'm totally wrong. It's okay to have a wrong opinion, you know, but you can also express your wrong opinion down in the comments. I'll probably tell you that you're wrong, but I would still love to talk to you down in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!